Hello. Just 1 year ago from now, I had this very strong philosophy about life. I should earn more and more, so that I do not have to deprive myself of anything that I like. And what did that like included? All of that we see around ourselves, that the regular guy wants to possess an expensive house, a rich career, good cars, etc. So I had that ideology with me. And whenever somebody wanted to discuss budgets in the family, I was like, let us not put our focuses on spending less. Ah, so whenever somebody wanted to budget and wanted to talk about spending less, I would tell them that it is not required. What is required is to earn more, so that we do not have to deprive ourselves of anything, so that we can buy everything that we like, and we do not have to see the tag for prices. But now I realize that earning so much is not a very easy task. It's not. It requires a lot of hard work, a lot of consistency, a lot of commitment, focus on the external world. And in return, it takes away our internal life, our conscious awareness, because we are focused more externally now and very less focused on our internal being. We are very less focused on ourselves. Well, we can say that we are focused when we want to make money, we want to improve ourselves so that we can earn more money. Like, isn't it focusing on ourselves? No. It is focusing externally to expect something externally. Like, whatever we are doing to improve ourselves, maybe learning a skill or maybe getting a fit body, the entire focus is external, not internal. It is not improving ourselves for ourselves, it is improving ourselves for something else. And that takes us away from our conscious awareness, far away. And then I question, like, we have gotten so far away from our own conscious awareness. Like, we were in a state at a time when all of this did not exist, and we were very much close to the consciousness, to awaken, to get enlightened. And by enlightenment, I do not mean anything magical or mystical. So a question uh, came into my mind, that, like, we got away from our consciousness, but animals did not. Animals still live the same life in wilderness the way they used to live. So are they enlightened? Are they comparatively more awakened than us? Like, to get enlightenment, to get close to our consciousness, conscious awareness, we seek refuge to forests, away from society, in communities that have the same environment of probably meditation or a certain amount of practice. The way these people are practicing. So we also join a certain spiritual community, and that is a struggle, that is a step that we take in our lives, which is not very normal, because we have been so involved in the society that getting close to our own nature looks very unnatural. But when I look at animals, they are not struggling to find peace. Like, where else would they go? They don't have to join a spiritual camp or a community based on meditation, on the ideas of self alignment. They probably find their peace with themselves. And to my understanding, maybe they all are enlightened already, the way we were once. I believe we were always enlightened when we were not connected with civilization and society. All we had to worry about was to eat and sleep. But now, when we give ourselves the goals and the philosophy of earning so much so that we do not have to compromise or deprive ourselves, that is something very extreme. That is so extreme for me. And when I look at animals and the nature, birds, everyone, they look enlightened to me. In my eyes, they are far superior. Far, far, far superior. Do they meditate? Do they experience consciousness the way human beings can after meditation? Maybe, who knows? Is it sure? Is it impossible that the nature has designed them and did not teach them the way to find happiness or blissfulness? Is it possible that they do not know the ways we know to be enlightened? What if they are living their normal life and still very much enlightened? Very much awakened and aware about themselves. Nature designed all of us. We can call it God, we can call it universe, but it's the same thing that designed all of us in a specific way. It put brains into our bodies to think, to rationalize, to get away from threat, to acquire the best possible survival skills. Animals know it better to get away from an unhappy situation. They know it better than us. Like we put ourselves into obligations that even if a certain environment or a certain place is, oppressing us, then also we keep ourselves in that system. But the moment animals analyze any sort of mental, psychological or physical threat, they get away, because they know survival should not only be survival, it should be a psychologically and physically healthy survival. But somehow we desperately put ourselves into physical and psychological struggles. Like we have been lifting weights, we have been consuming steroids, we have been competing, we have made such traumatic physical sports, and that is for me putting ourselves through physical stress unnecessarily. We design careers, we design so many things, games, psychologically, that puts us under stress. Oh, we can say that it makes us strong, but like on what level? It makes us more intellectual than consciously aware. Intellectual beings are far away from their conscious awareness. The way I was very much intellectually aware about earning so much so that I do not have to deprive myself, but I was consciously very, very deprived. All these guys are probably preparing for their physical test for army or police recruitment. They are also putting their physical, you know, they're testing their physical boundaries, which is I don't know if it is required or not. You're just chasing social goals. No, I have found no animal that put themselves under unnecessary physical or psychological stress, because there is no competition, there is no structure. They don't want to prove themselves, they don't want to consume steroids. Like, it is so messed up. It doesn't improve us as human beings, it improves us as robots, to my understanding. Improvement as human beings is the same as improvement for animals, all natural beings. And we should learn from animals how to live a good life, good, healthy life, psychologically and physically. Now I don't want to earn so much to be able to afford everything. I don't want to deprive myself of my own conscious awareness, because it is so beautiful. I am. What is a living being if they cannot enjoy the existence of nature? The meaning ends here and here only. Like, if we cannot enjoy nature and universe and its creations, then what are we exactly doing? We are trying to enjoy what we are making. We are trying to enjoy cars, we have made it. We are trying to enjoy, like, it's a economic loop. It's all economic, it's all money, it's all power. That's it. Nothing natural about it. Nothing natural about putting ourselves through any sort of stress. And at the end, it all destroys us. Like, bodybuilding destroys us. We are unnecessarily putting food in our valuable system that will definitely at some point of time cause trauma to our body. And we are mentally also putting ourselves through a lot of stupid things, and we take it as a challenge. Like, what kind of challenge is it? For who do you want to prove to your worth? That's all nonsense. It's all really nonsense in my understanding. But I cannot go ahead and try to convince everyone about thinking deeply on this topic. But I can just share my thoughts. So if I don't know, I am out of words. It makes me a little upset when seeing people getting away from themselves and putting themselves under conditions that are not made for them. It's very unnatural and very sad. It's a sad society. It's a sadistic world we live in. And animals are living very happily, very freely, as far as we do not put them under our captivity, as far as we stupid human beings do not use them for our personal use. Unless we do that, they all are free and more consciously aware. And the moment comes when we put them also under survival stress, they lose connection with their consciousness, because their higher focus is put towards surviving. Like we have gotten out of survival stress, but we have gathered around us more different kind of stress. The only stress that uh, existed earlier was survival stress. Now we all know what all stress we have apart from survival. So the only superiority human beings have acquired throughout history over animals is just their survivability, and nothing else. Nothing else. All others, all other things are problems, carefully designed. It's a very, very vicious loop. Well, I'd like to hear your opinions on this, and see you in another video. Bye.